It's been a long time, yeah. Um, but yeah, welcome back to my channel where we talk about growth and love and life and everything in between. And the goal is, as always, for this channel, whenever you see a video, you bring something with you and you take something when you go. And the idea is that it helps you or me or someone else. So if you think of anything, if anything resonates with you, just feel free to drop it in the comments. You guys can always DM me like you usually do and just give me your thoughts, any tips, tricks, or anything that you think may help me. If you have any questions, I'll make another video or respond happily and help you as well. The vibe for this video is very much a catch up because I realize I have not made a video in a very long time. Well, that's not exactly true. I have not posted a video in a very long time. So, this video might be a little long, so I'm sorry in advance, but thank you guys for sticking around. I love you so much. Y'all know I absolutely adore being a mom. Like, ooh, my voice cracks every time I say that because I absolutely adore being a mother. Like, do I think I'm gonna have any more? I don't have kids outside of marriage. So there's an answer to that. Um, but I absolutely adore being a mother. I do. I love my girls so much. They're so funny, they're so strong, they're so brave, they're so courageous, they're confident, they're kind, funny, individual humans. It's like, dang, y'all, I'm really out here raising dope people. So y'all welcome, actually, because it's not easy. My kids be eating me up. I mean, they chew me up and spit me out frequently. But I'm willing to take that on so that way they're good people and functioning in the community appropriately. You're welcome. But no, this journey 6 and 8. They are 6 and 8. That's old. Those is big kid. Those are big children. Those are big kid ages. Like my 8-year-old has been telling me she's not a kid. And I'm like, yes, you are. She's like, no, I'm not. I'm a teenager. And I'm like, girl, no, you're not. You are 8. What's that? What's that real? When it's like my first day as a principal, I'm gonna see
something to you, you just do it. You're 8 years old, you're not an adult. Shut up and do what you were told to do.
yeah, it's real life. 8 gets very sketchy. Motherhood has been such a wild journey. And it's like I know that your kids get older and they grow and they develop and they thrive. And I'm just absolutely loving watching this process, but it's kind of surreal that I'm in charge. Like, I'm the parent, and it's getting kind of crazy. But you know, little sister's doing well. She ended up thriving in school, which I was very nervous about with all of the moving and everything that happened last year. So just to see her thrive and come into her own little personality has been so fun to watch. Miss Savannah is a chatty Kathy. She's also extremely sassy, which has been fun. Um, 8, I guess, with 8 comes sass, and she is not shy about sharing her opinions and her thoughts and feelings. And we love that because this is a safe space to be expressive. Um, y'all, now, y'all don't know. So I don't have like a traditional TV in my house. We don't have TVs in our rooms. I do have a projector that we use, but for the most part, we don't really watch a bunch of TV. And so I actually still have the box on my table. I introduced my kids to the back of the cereal box. Y'all, we had so much fun. Can y'all see? Can y'all see that? Okay. So this was probably the most fun that I had with my kids in the morning in a very long time. And it was just giving 90s, 80s. Like it was just quality time, sitting in our breakfast nook, eating our breakfast, working our brains. And let me tell y'all something. My kids have never been shy about like their thoughts on things, but I want to say after like 4 minutes they were over it, and I definitely tried to encourage them to keep going. And we did finish all of the games, but it was so funny because they were just like trying to. They didn't even. First of all, they didn't even know that the back of the cereal box existed. And I don't know. Matter of fact, y'all tell me in the comments. When you were a kid, if you ate cereal, if you like did quick breakfasts on the weekends and things like that, did y'all do the games and stuff on the back, like the word searches and the mazes and stuff on the back of the cereal box? That was my jam. Like I looked forward to it. So I was trying to like share a piece of like my childhood memories with them, and oh my god, it was so funny. I recorded it. I'm gonna put a little clip in the video so y'all can see like just how their little brains were thinking, and it was just the most fun. Like it was so fun. You guys know a game that starts with it. We play all the time. Tag. Tag. Good job. High five. I know that game on the back of my head. Yep. Beautiful candy. What kind of candy starts with C? They hang on Christmas trees.
Yummy Christmas trees.
We see them.
Candy. I was about to say.
What's it called?
They
have stripes on them. They come in different colors.
Candy cane.
Candy canes. Good job. High five.
We're going to the office. We're going to school.
What's a game that starts with C?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Do you know?
I can think of one.
Think of one.
Let me see.
I am cat.
I am cat. That is a game. That's a game you said.
Yeah, that's a game that
There's catch. That starts with the letter C. Do you guys know how to play catch?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Is it good that you have to catch a ball?
Yeah. What about a toy that starts with the letter C?
Why do I have to do it also?
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
That's why.
I always take.
We just didn't do this one in the middle. That's because I don't feel like writing.
Well, I don't feel like writing either. My hands are tired out.
So yeah, I thought that was hilarious, and I feel like with moving back from Washington and having all of these changes and things that the girls had to like go through, I think I have seen a ton of wins, and I'm just so proud of them between just like school and their communication, but specifically the highest score on her math district-wide placement for her entire school. Like the entire school. My baby scored the highest in the whole entire building. From K is when I think they start the testing, or first through fifth grade. She scored the highest. Yes. Come on, big brains and big heart. That's the type of stuff we're encouraging around here. And I just could not be more proud of her, honestly. I was when the building principal called me, I thought something was wrong, y'all. I was like, oh my God, what did she do? What happened? We had a couple of incidents in the school year where she was like, she wasn't at fault. She also wasn't hurt, but she could have been seriously hurt a few times. So I was just like nervous. And they're like, no, we just wanted to call you and tell you that, your daughter scored the highest in the whole school. And I was like, what the heck? Okay, period. That's my baby. She get that brain from me for sure. And so that's just been really warming my heart, to see her thrive, especially. I don't know. I feel it a lot more heavily considering like a lot of the things that I was told about her and everything that she would not and could not be. And she's constantly knocking down barriers. She's constantly proving people wrong. And she is probably one of the strongest people that I've ever met in my life. She's constantly fighting against adversity. And she inspires me so much. So I have been beaming about that ever since. I'll probably never let her live it down because I'm so proud of her. Um, and that has just been like such a great experience to watch her grow and thrive. And it's been a great experience to watch how she handles and navigates life as she's coming into her own person. And now y'all know little sister, she always been her own person. She gonna do her own thing. She shows up, shines, and I love that about her. She has this big, bubbly, boisterous personality, and she is very, very communicative. And I'm gonna insert a piece of the video here, first, and then we're gonna talk about it. So, it's not okay for me to just be focused on you guys more?
Well, finding a husband is more we're important and also finding a husband important. There are two things are very important, which is looking after your kids and also looking to find a husband.
Well, do you tell Dad that looking to find a wife is important?
I haven't yet.
Why do you think that I need a husband?
Because I want to have another sister.
What?
I want three sisters. I mean, three sisters. I want three sisters, not two. I want three.
So I have to find a husband because you want a sibling?
No, because you need to get married.
Why?
Because you need somebody. If you're gonna have a big bed, you're gonna need somebody to marry.
Why can't I have a big bed and like to sleep by myself?
I want you to go find a husband.
You want me to go find a husband? I think I'm not ready for that.
Well, I feel like you are. I can help you.
Help me how?
Help you feel ready.
Help.
You just got to get that feeling. When I get that feeling, I feel like you need somebody.
You feel like I need somebody?
So when you're here alone at the house, you won't be alone. You'll have somebody with you.
It's really okay when I'm here alone.
Yeah,
I just get to hang out and read and.
Yeah, but I feel like if you get one, you can ask them if they like reading.
If I get a husband, I can ask him if he likes reading.
Yeah, but if he does, you can read together.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah. Just figure out somebody who likes reading.
You're right. I think you're right about that. I don't think I'm ready though, but I do think you make some really good points. Girl, I am happy. Why I can't just be happy in my bedroom with my feet together? But she's so sweet, and I know she's just trying to consider me, and she wants me to be happy. So I try to explain to her, like, no, mommy is happy. And when that time comes, I'll be ready for it when the time comes. But oof, that girl, they are so funny. And I love them so much. They're my two best friends. Y'all know that. I beam about them all the time on social media. Those is my babies, y'all. My literal like heart walking around on their own 2 feet and their own personalities. They're just I love them so much. Um so yeah, that's something that I kind of want to. Matter of fact, I guess I'll ask y'all, and y'all can let me know in the comments. Moms who were married and are now separated and divorced, um, and y'all have obviously y'all are moms, so y'all have kids. What is that experience like dating? Because let me tell you something. I do date, but I don't know. I This is something new to me, and give me tips in the comments, please. Help your girl out, please. I appreciate any help. Overall, I am doing a lot better. I'm very happy. Skin is glowing, baby lips is glowing. I've just been really accomplishing everything that I have set for myself, all of my goals, all of my SMART goals. I always create a master list probably once or twice a year. And this is my rewrite of my master list that I created at the start of 2025, right? So I always break it down into 4 categories: school, personal, work, and business. And then I set goals, 5 to 7 goals per category. And then I take 2 to 3 goals, sometimes 4 out of each section. And then I break those down into smaller, more digestible goals and, SMART goals. That's how it works. And then as I chip away at them, I rewrite the list. So usually I end up rewriting that list twice a year. And when I restart my list, I wrote this one in July. It's August. But yeah, I have been killing my goals, y'all. I'm so proud of me. And I just want to take the time to really acknowledge like when you lock in, right, and you just stay true to yourself and you stay on the right side of right and you just are working on really being familiar with who you are and comfortable with who you are, good, bad, or indifferent. I have just noticed over the past 4 to 5 years how much of a difference that makes when I'm not weighing so heavily other people's opinions on like what I do or what I value or what I think I or what I even bring to the table. I just really like have learned to lean into me and embrace myself. And, I'm thriving on this journey. I could not be more happier. I do have some new projects. I do have some new self care habits too. So, y'all know I am a gym girly, and that has been its own journey with like some health issues that I came into like in 30. Like, I've had to learn how to adjust. And because that is still very new, my activity in the gym has not been what it's been the last 2 years. But oddly enough, it's forced me to lean into my nutrition and my diet. Shout out to my coach, because something that she's been telling me for years is like, hey, it all starts in the kitchen. And in theory, I know that, but in practice, it was always something that I really struggled with, especially having like just a very strained relationship with food overall. So, yeah, I am proud to say though I am still hitting my goals. It looks different. It's a little bit slower than it was before, but I know as I continue to learn and I find a system that works for me, I'll be able to see those results continue, and I'm very excited for that. We are continuing to do more body recomposition of like distributing the weight where I would like to see it more. And because of, me having some health hiccups and just overall life being absolutely insane, that has been a slow process, but that is one of my personal goals that I have been working on, as well as my spiritual growth. So I've been praying more. In the beginning of 2025, I said that I was going to read my Bible and front to cover and just kind of embrace that journey and just get a better connection and a better relationship with God. And I want to talk about that too, because so far, and I'm not going to bring out my Bible notes because I feel like it's very personal. I'm not ready to share those things yet. But something that I will say is that I have learned, if you genuinely and truly want to know what a healthy friendship is, looks like, feels like, talk to God. Something that I'm learning in the Bible is that God is an accountable friend. He models friendship, He models relationship through His word. And we are, as individuals and, reflections of Him, we are supposed to model that too. And I'm not going to get super like religious because I don't really subscribe to any specific denomination, but something that I can say is that reopening my Bible and reading it from my perspective with my own experiences in this world has helped me tremendously with the relationships that I hold with myself and with other people. Um, so that has been what I guess my personal growth tool that I've been leaning on pretty consistently, with the inclusion of like, therapy and journaling and all of that. But I just feel like just making the decision to rebuild my relationship with God has been a massive game changer for me in this year so far. And I mean, I'm lightning speed, the things that have changed for me, the things that I've been able to recognize in myself, the things that I've been able to heal, relationships that I've been able to heal and also cultivate have honestly just a lot of the way that I approach life and I apply things has come from my understanding and my interpretation of what I'm reading in the Bible. And so I'm thankful for that. I have been blessed to encounter some phenomenal people, some phenomenal energies in this year. And I've also been blessed enough to learn when to let go and when to repair. And coming from the last couple of years and a few other situations that were not the best or in my best interest, um, that has been a lesson that I really needed to learn. I needed to learn when to repair something and when to let it go. I had a very hard time letting things go. When I knew that they were done, when I knew that it was hurting me, when I knew that it wasn't productive and it wasn't conducive to, where I wanted to go, when I wasn't in alignment, and I still had a very hard time letting it go. And something that I've learned through reading my Bible. So back in the beginning of the year, I said that I was going to read my Bible front to cover with my own personal experiences, applying my own personal relationships and lessons and things that I've learned in my 31 years of life, and seeing if I can have an improved relationship with God and also an improved understanding for the Bible myself without anyone else's like input or perspective. And me and a few of my good friends, we did start a Bible study group just to be able to talk to one another about what we thought and our perspectives. And it's been helpful. And one of the main takeaways that I've learned so far that is a continuing theme in the Bible has been accountability. And so I say that to say it's been an integral part of my personal growth journey in 2025 because it's taught and modeled accountability in so many different relationship dynamics, including the one with yourself. And a lot of the time, we have that cognitive dissonance and we are not showing and behaving the way that we believe that we are, or the way that other people experience us is not in alignment with the person that we believe ourselves to be. And so accountability requires you to see yourself, right? And I'm not saying it like I never took accountability, but I do think that that is one area as people we can always afford to grow. And I've just enjoyed the process of seeing how much more improved my relationships are when I am accountable and I hold people accountable too. And I don't know if you guys seen it. There's been like a meme or something going around, or it's like a quote going around. And the quote loosely says something like, anger is a result of us not handling, something poorly or that was done to us appropriately. So we end up angry because we don't check it and we don't address it and we don't hold people accountable for how they handle us. And you'll find, at least I've found, when you hold people accountable for how they treat you, you're also holding yourself accountable for what you're willing to expect. You're holding yourself accountable to where your boundaries are, and just letting people know, like, you're checking shit at the door. Like, that's not okay, right? And I've had to learn how to do that in quite a few relationship dynamics, intimate and non-intimate or platonic. So that has been a very big tool for me. And I have my little book here because I was looking through my stuff. I have a bunch of journals. I love stationery. And I got this one from Five Below. Look at the moon. It's like a little sketchbook. But I'm looking through it because my baby drew me a picture. That's funny. I'm looking through it because, oh, you guys, hold on. I didn't know this was in here. Am I looking at this upside down? No, she drew it upside down. Okay. I'm looking for something very specific that I saw. And if you have me on Instagram, then you probably saw it when I posted it to my story. But it is a quote from none other than my mother. And I know it was her because I know her handwriting. She has beautiful penmanship, right? Look at that. Where's my camera? Let me see. Can y'all see that? When you do the right shit for the right reasons, the right shit comes to you. Just like karma don't miss, blessings don't either. Stay solid. And that's on Keisha. But I um found this when I was going through my books the other day, and I just thought that it was so funny because I had also recently finished journaling, and journaling for me has looked very different lately. I mean, it's taken 3, 4, 5 days to get through because I free journal. So it's taken me about 3, 4, 5 days to finish a journal like entry. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. It just sometimes I need to reflect and chew on things before I can like get it on paper, right? And I just thought that it was hilarious because there was a situation recently and I was crying to my cousin and I was just like, I'm always on the right side of right. And I don't know if let me know in the comments, drop in the comments if you think that good people do not have the easiest time in this world. Like, just, just put a little thumbs up in the comments. That's the mindset that I was in at the time. And I was just like, damn, I'm always on the right side of right. When people do me wrong, when people treat me wrong, you know, even in me holding people accountable and standing firm on my boundaries and not fucking with people because I don't like how they deal with me or I don't like how they handle me and people don't respect the fact that I'm delicate and all of these things, like I was still very frustrated because I'm like, it should not be this hard to be a good person, right? And I was just feeling very frustrated, very discouraged. And I was going through my books, I was going through my journals, no particular reason why, I guess to find that. And I just thought that it really helped me in that moment because it was a reminder like, when you do good, you're good, period. When you do good, you gonna be good. And I was talking to one of my best friends, and she was like, "Hey, I really been with you." And shout out to her because she has been with me in the trenches. I mean, the last 6 years, really, damn sure the last four. And she was like,
Continue to do what you've
saying
been doing all
how
these years, and that's just following your heart.
and her watching
So
me just how I like have grown and evolved and persevered through things that
good,
she
good. You've been following
she
your
was
heart
like
this whole time.
mostly optimistic about things and something that I say all the time, shit just always be working out for me. Like in times and in moments where it's like, oh my God, I should be stressed or falling out or that probably would have took somebody else out. I just be optimistic. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. And I truly believe that. And because I truly believe that, shit really just be working out for me. And I found myself in this space of just frustration because I'm like, damn, I'm such a good person. And I always have to like get this shit into the stick. I was so frustrated. I was so annoyed. So shout out to my mommy. Thank you. I love you because exactly when you do the right shit come back to you. And I really just needed to hear that. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully, it lands where it needs to land. And you know, you take it with you and send it, give it to somebody else if it helped them too. Have it with me. There is a book that I got. A friend of mine bought it for me. What's it called? The Neighbor Favor, y'all. It's a romance, but it's black. And for all of my reading girls, if y'all knew about this book, why y'all didn't tell me? Hmm? Why y'all didn't tell me about it? And if you don't know about this book, I feel like I have to carry on tradition and not tell you anything except for to go get the book. It's a good book. Go get the book. Go read it. And then we'll discuss about it later. I kind of want to start a book club. That's something I've been saying for years. Like maybe I should start a book club because something that a lot of people don't know about me is I read quite a bit. I read more than I watch TV. I read more than I'm on social media. I read a lot. Some of it, majority of my reading has historically been like self-help and like philosophy books because I'm really into philosophy and psychology and things like that. But more recently, I made it a point to read for leisure and read for entertainment. And that experience has been kind of wild because I can inhale a book like real fast. So um, I have been intentionally slowing down and really turning the page and ingesting what I'm reading. Um, and I have found a love for sci-fi, black sci-fi, specifically African sci-fi, because that is a genre. And y'all, it be turning me up for real. And then also just like romance books and, anything with like black cast or like leading black characters where you can clearly tell that they're black and they understand like the culture and it's healing something for me internally. So I've really been enjoying reading books for fun. Um, And it's also just helping me to make sure that I am like, taking time for myself and yeah, showing up for me in different ways. Listen to my question too. What is something that you guys do to hold yourself accountable and make sure you're making time for yourself? Because so I stopped going to therapy, right? And I had stopped going to therapy, not for any particular reason. I really just took an extended break for about, let's see, I moved into my place in December. Um, and it's now August. I just recently went back to therapy. So I stopped going to therapy for about a year. And when when I spoke to my therapist, she did all of her preliminary like question asking and things like that. And then she was like, okay, what have you been doing for yourself? And I was like, ooh, not too much. I just been reading. And she was like, okay, that's good. But also, if I'm being transparent, I was in like a very strange place mentally that I hadn't been in a very long time. And it was scary because it felt like, wow, I had done all this work and I had like really worked on myself and I still found myself in that mental space and it was very scary and very bizarre. And so I reached out to my therapist, had a therapy appointment. I do feel a lot better. Um and something I just want to remind the girlies, take your vitamins. Um Seriously, take your vitamins. If you're not taking your vitamins and you're not staying hydrated, the older you get, the harder it is. And we don't want to make things harder on ourselves. So please make sure you're taking your vitamins. I have some like hormone balancing vitamins that they're in my cabinet. I'm not going to run over there and get them. I take two in the morning and two at night. And I also take a B12 complex and a B6, a D12, a D6, a B12. Yeah, a D6 and a B12 complex, and I take liquid vitamins. And when I'm on my regimen, I feel great. And I didn't realize I had so much stuff going on between work and changing schools and getting ready to graduate. And like then I got sick and I had a death in the family. It was just so much going on. I stopped taking my vitamins for a very long time. And that was one of the key things. Like when my therapist started pointing out, okay, well, what's your routine look like lately? How's all that stuff going? Are you sleeping? And I realized I was not taking my vitamins, and I didn't notice until I noticed, but it makes such a difference for me. And so hopefully that helps someone out there. Like if you're taking your vitamins, keep taking them. Like don't forget. And if you haven't taken them yet, get up and go take them right now because it's very important.
Y'all, I'm
And you,
moving. Uh, Absolutely love my flat. Don't get me wrong. Love the flat. Uh, this has been a very interesting introduction into single living for sure. Especially after owning a house. Like I didn't realize how different it was to own a house versus renting. Excuse me. And there were just certain things I was very glad that I wasn't like assuming sole responsibility for, but also in the financial status of the state or the world right now, I just feel like there's also things that I should not have to deal with at the price point that I'm paying. Like it's actually ridiculous. I think April, half of March and all of April, I didn't have any AC. Right when we got that big heat wave, if you're on the East Coast, we had a heat wave for like 3.5 weeks. I did not have AC, y'all. I live on the top floor on the corner unit. I didn't have no AC. It was hot in here, like 86 degrees in here for weeks. Um, just miserable. Y'all can see. I don't know which way I need to. My plants are all like dead and raggedy still. Like I'm probably gonna have to replace a lot of my plants because I just have not been able to repair or help them. And I've had like multiple AC issues. My refrigerator's died on me twice. My elevator in my building never works. It's just always very much something. And at the price point that I'm paying, I just feel like that's unacceptable. So I'm moving. I'm gonna just move somewhere else, and then I mean I know you can't like get away from having some issues all the time, but it's ridiculous. I don't have the bandwidth to like keep dealing with that. Um, so yeah, what else?
Professional life, y'all. It has been a journey. I've learned a lot and I'm thankful, but it has been a journey. Um, and I don't even know because I've recorded so many videos, but I haven't like posted anything. Moved back from Washington back to Virginia. I took a pay cut, like a massive pay cut, like a $20,000 pay cut. I took a very big pay cut coming back here. And that was something that I really struggled with because I need that money. But anyways, I stayed true to my goals. I stuck to the plan. This is very, I guess, tip number 2 for like life. Something that I've been learning, that saying stick to the plan, not your mood, right? Lessons of discipline, lessons of consistency. And this is why knowing yourself and being accountable for yourself is so important, because if you were looking at the flexibility that has been required for me to attain a lot of my goals, because it doesn't look one way all the time, somebody could look at that and say, oh, that person's not disciplined, right? But that's not true, because the truth is, what is now a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, in totality, an 8 goal list started off in what, 2021, as a 15 goal list. Goals haven't changed per se, but they're getting done, right? And because they're getting done, I've just had to learn how to be flexible so that way I could still accomplish all of the things that were important to me. So this is why accountability and knowing yourself is so important and valuable, because you can't let other people's opinion of what discipline and consistency looks like for them impede on what it needs to look like for you, right? That's a gem. You're welcome. With that being said, um, on there are some things on this list that has required me to be so completely flexible that I cried about it, right? And I kind of got into my own, thing of like, oh, you're not being consistent, you're lazy, you're this, you're that, specifically working out, because I'm tired. Again, stick to the plan and not your mood, right? So I've been having to reference this list a lot, because on the days that I'm literally exhausted because I'm up at 5 and I'm down at 11 between working all day, mothering, going to school, doing homework, I'm running errands and all of these things. And I found myself so exhausted that I didn't have the time to get to the places that I needed to go, to do the things that I needed to do. I found myself having to cut things out of my budget because I couldn't afford it. I found myself really having to adjust and tweak and adjust and tweak and adjust and tweak. And for a little bit there, I had got so down on myself, like, oh my God, girl, you're being so lazy. You're not on your Zoom, right? But the list says otherwise. It just looks different. When I go and I get my scan, it just looks different. The weight is still coming off, the muscle is still being built, but it just looks different. I'm not in the gym 7 days of the week. I don't have the time for 7 days of the week gym right now. I don't even have the capacity. And because I'm honest with myself about that, I also have to be accountable for making sure I still reach those goals, which means you need to be able to adapt, right? So, yeah, professionally, I'm killing my goals, y'all. I am exactly where I said I was gonna be before. Actually, I gave myself to November, but I'm exactly where I said I was gonna be, and I have been where I said I was gonna be in November since June. Clock it. Yes. So again,
Discipline, you have to know what that looks like for you. You have to know what that feels like for you. And you have to know what your plan is and what it takes from you to get there. I shocked myself. I literally outworked myself. I was in a study group studying for an exam that I needed to do for work. And then I got offered a promotional position, right? And I accept the position, but I'm thinking I still got to take the test. And it's literally 24 hours before I have to take this exam for my work. And the trainer is like, "Oh, yeah, I heard about that in HR. Did you accept it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I accepted it." She's like, "You don't need to take this test. It does nothing for you." I'm going to say that again. She said, "You don't need to take this test. It does nothing for you." Right? So again, make sure that you are holding yourself accountable to the goals that you have and you keep yourself in alignment, because had I listened to what everyone else, like my superiors, the people who were supposed to be supporting me in that work environment, were saying, I'd have went and I would have kept studying, and I never would have said nothing about that job. I never would have said anything about that position. I never would have talked to anybody about it. I would have took a test and ultimately expelled a bunch of energy for nothing. That energy is better served where I am now. And this is why it's so important to make sure that you are keeping up with your goals and holding the promises that you have to yourself. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm very proud of myself, but I was so irritated. I was so irritated because I had spent months studying for this certification to learn the day before I go to get certified, because I don't believe in taking tests and failing them. The day before I go to get certified, I found out that I didn't need it anymore. I no longer needed it because I was doing the work. Everything that I said that I was going to do, I did. So much so that I outworked my damn self. I sat down for 2 weeks after that, y'all. I swear, I sat down. I was like, okay, that's a bit much. But I'm just saying that to say, when you're looking at your goals, it's, well, what I'm saying is, creatively and professionally, it's very, even personally, because I have personal goals too, it's very important to have master goals in every category of your life that you wish to thrive. When you have those goals and you are holding yourself accountable to them, the success is going to write itself, right? So, excuse me, I'm exactly where I said I was going to be before I said I was going to be there. Love that for me. That required me to write new professional goals. I plan to crush those too because I'm an overachiever, and I'm okay with that. Creatively, I have a bunch of new projects. I let it slip. I do have a new product coming too, but I have a bunch of new projects creatively. Um, One of which is a product that will be available for pre order on my birthday, September 10th. And I hope you guys love it. I know you guys are gonna love it, and there's gonna be more on that coming in the next coming days. So just keep your eyes and your ears open. On to self care and lifestyle. I've always been a free journaler. I don't think I have not changed that style yet. I don't plan to change it, honestly. I like to write more freely. There is a lot of benefits to a guided journal. I just am not in that space in my life right now where I feel like I require a guided journal as much as I need the ability to completely flesh out a thought process and then hone it in. So usually what happens is I'll free write, and sometimes that takes me a while, and then I'll go back and I'll discover the theme, and then I'll write to the theme. Um, so that's a hack. That's a little tip for my journaling girlies. A lot of like recap, right? Um, Now what's happening? This school, so much better, so much better. I love it so much, and I'm excited. My classroom is so cute. It's so small compared to my last school, and but everybody's so nice. My mentor is the sweetest person that you'll ever meet in your life. She's like so helpful. She's giving me things. She gifted me a lanyard. And it's got like little llamas on it, and it's teal, and I'm like, everybody's so sweet here. Um, they really trust me a lot, and I appreciate that. I love not being micromanaged. I love that they trust me to come in with my 10 years of expertise and just show them what I got to show them. And I love that. There's people around me who are in a position to learn from me, but I'm also in a position to learn from them in a lot of ways. So I'm really excited about this upcoming school year. I cannot wait to tell y'all how good it's going. I know it's gonna be good. I got such good vibes about this school year. Like I can't even, like, as y'all can see. Well, it's dark now, but my cheeks are hot. They're probably red because I'm so excited about that. Um, so yeah, I do have a couple of questions for y'all. I'm going to try to keep them short and brief, but also answer them too. So, first question is, what's one growth habit that you're working on this month? My one growth habit that I'm working on this month is definitely going to be when I notice something needs to be adjusted or addressed, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, I'm going to address it as soon as possible instead of waiting. Sometimes I'll notice, and I'll say things like that to the kids, like, look in your room, notice what's out of place, and fix that. Um, my goal this month is to notice what's out of place and correct it in the physical and within myself. Um, Moms, again, I'm gonna ask, or parents in general, dads, feel free to chime in too. How do you guys navigate dating, like the real kind, like not the fling, or I'm just outside having my way? How do y'all navigate like the real kind of dating? Like, I have no idea how to even begin to navigate that. It's such a scary space for me, but I want to. So if you guys can give me some tips, I really appreciate it. Like, what in this long video has resonated with you the most? Like, what, you tell me. You give me your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for sitting and chatting with me tonight. It means a lot to have this little corner of the internet with you guys. I am going to get better about posting more frequently. You guys would not believe the amount of video that I have that I just need to get out there. I really have been standing in my own way, and that's something that I'm working on and holding myself accountable for. But either way, I thank you guys so much. If anything resonated with you, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you don't follow me already, if you do, thanks. Always, 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 please remember to share. And y'all follow me on Instagram because I'm always on Instagram. I don't have notifications set up for social media to my phone, but somehow I always find my way back to Instagram. So you can follow me on Instagram. Please follow me on Facebook. On both platforms, it is Growth with Mone. And you can get a lot more like real time like updates about what's going on in the day to day and behind the scenes. Um, Next time, I'm really thinking about diving more into this master's goals list because it is something that I need to update anyway. I've bodied a lot of these goals, and this one was rewritten in July. So I have put myself ahead of schedule in a lot of things, and I'm gonna rewrite that. I'm thinking the next video that I do, I will be diving deeper into that. So let me know if that's something that you're really interested in. So guys, I want to hear from y'all. Like, I love when y'all comment and share my posts, especially on Facebook. Y'all are great at doing that. Thank you so much. I love when y'all comment me. I love when y'all DM me and y'all ask me questions. Y'all refer me to y'all friends and they DM me and ask me questions. I love that. So let me ask y'all a question. Y'all can DM me or drop it in the comments and let me know what's one thing that you're learning about yourself this month. And then also, what is one, excuse me, what is one skill that you plan on working on this month? Y'all let me know those two things in the comments and my DMs. Talk to me. Y'all see, I'm a yapper. Talk to me about it. And if you're a parent, this is mother specific, single mother specific. If you're a parent and you're dating and you have kids, specifically kids with special needs, how are y'all navigating that? If y'all can let me know in the comments, that'd be great. Give me some tips, give me some tools. I look forward to learning from y'all as well. So until next time, you guys, keep glowing, keep growing. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.